Alright guys, welcome back. Hybrid Nation, man. Hybrid Nation, hip hop wire in the building. So we got Boosie, little Boosie badass, man. Having a back and forth with Rod Wave online today. Boosie said he's a what is the exact word? Serial stealer. I believe that's what he called him. A serial stealer? Serial thief? I think he said a serial stealer. Basically saying that Rod Wave has stolen multiple snippets from songs, I guess, words, audio, I guess, production. Rod Wave has countered that and said he went through, Rod Wave basically went through the legal means to get the access to the music. So he bypassed Boosie. He says Boosie never didn't own any of the music he used in his albums or his singles or whatever. Okay. So he went through the people that actually own the material, the content. That's basically what Rod Wave said in his response. Boosie went absolutely berserk on Rod Wave on his live today. I mean, he went off on the dude, man. He called him out, said he wasn't gangster, said kids are unaliving themselves while he's sitting home eating pork chops. I mean, he went off on the dude, man. I mean, it was pretty bad. But again, Rod Wave said he went through the proper channels to get the content. Boosie, I'm assuming Boosie wanted him to do it, I guess, the homie way and like reach out to him personally and ask him if it was okay to use his music or sample it. I'm assuming that's what Boosie wanted him to do. He wanted him to do it the gangster way, I guess. Reach out and say, what's good? I grew up to you. I respect you. You always been, somebody I looked up to in the industry. And would you mind if I said, I'm assuming that's what Boosie wanted Rod Wave to do. Rod Wave, I guess, went the opposite direction and went through the financial business aspect of it. And Boosie didn't appreciate it. Rod Wave, supposedly, according to Boosie, agreed to give him $150K. Originally 100, then he said 150K, so I don't know if he ever got, it don't sound like he got compensated. It's just, this story is kind of dated, but I guess it's resurfacing now because Rod Wave about to release another album. Boosie called him a sad nigga, and it was just a lot of unnecessary stuff. Boosie, you know how Boosie is. Boosie he wears it on his sleeve, his heart. He doesn't sugarcoat anything, and he's mad. He was frustrated. He's pissed. Called the man out his name. Rod Wave seems like he's being more of an adult about it. I just think that I can see it from both perspectives. I can see it from Boosie's perspective, and technically if Boosie don't own the music, I can see how Rod Wave would, but on the flip side, I can understand Boosie looking at it like, dang, bro, even if he didn't technically own it, I don't know if Boosie thought he owned it or not. In his mind, he owned it because he created it, I guess. But it is the music business, like I stated in a previous video, and people overlook that aspect. But even Life Jennings said that Rod Wave sampled his music and he didn't get paid for it. So Boosie also said it's like 30 other artists, or 15 to 30 other artists that Rod Wave used their music and didn't compensate any of them. How true that is, I have no idea. I'm almost certain and positive that Rod Wave isn't the only artist to ever sample some music from Boosie. I could be wrong, but Boosie has been around a long time. I'm quite sure Rod Wave isn't the only person that has ever sampled music from Boosie. My thought is Boosie, the only reason he's pissed, which he kind of had a little falling out with Young Blue also about some contract stuff, I guess. But I really think he's going hard at Rod Wave because of who he is and his popularity, his sales, his reach. I think that's the only if that was a lower level, non-factor artist, an artist that would never even get nowhere remotely close to number one on the charts, album sales and all that first week, I don't think Boosie would give a damn. But because it's Rod Wave, and he knows Rod Wave's first week sales, he's about to go on tour. He's about to make a boatload of money, and Boosie's pissed about it because it's Rod Wave. If it was Rod No Wave, he wouldn't care. It's got to be honest, man. I don't think it's Boosie making it seem like it's just purely about the music, but we got to be honest and genuine. If that wasn't Rod Wave, if that was Riff Raff or whoever, man, Pookie Loke, Boosie would not be going this hard about some content. Not this hard. I'm not saying he wouldn't address it, but I don't think he would be spazzing the way he is if it was some random artist from Arkansas. I don't believe it. But since it's Rod Wave, one of the most popular rap artists over the last, I don't even know how long Rod been out, 5 to 10. By the way, Rod Wave grew up probably 20 minutes from where I grew up. He's from Pinellas County. He's from St. Petersburg, Florida. He's from the South. Grew up in St. Pete. And the man his trajectory, is through, they say his concerts are unbelievable. I never went to a concert. I would love to go check out one of his concerts. The man got it out the mud, man. And I don't think he was being malicious in using Boosie's content. I think, because again, he's from the South, so people don't realize how much of a person, or I wouldn't say necessarily a role model, I guess he might be to some, but a figure, a popular figure. I don't think people realize how big of a popular figure Boosie was and still is in the South. Especially Boosie when he was still in Baton Rouge. He was still like young, wild Boosie. Boosie was going viral before viral was even a thing. Like the video he had when he was counting all the money in the hundreds. Like Boosie been viral for days before it was even a word called viral. This dude was a legend and still is. Boosie has always been a legend down south. Like people bring up Wayne. I'm telling you, I was gonna do a video on this. In the streets, Wayne was popular because of Cash Money. Birdman had all the money, his lyrical ability and all that. But far as the actual in the streets, from the corner boys and people doing whatever in the streets, Boosie was him. Boosie was like Gucci Man, far as how people looked at him. The respect factor and all, it was like Boosie, Gucci Man, people like that. Like them dudes, they were like gods down south. Like really like legends, man. And I can see how Rod Wave probably did, being from where he's from, I can see him looking up to Boosie. A lot of people did. And I don't think it was malicious. Could he have just, I don't know what happened with the 6-figure payout. I don't know if something happened. He said I don't know, Boosie said something about 100K. Then he said Rod agreed to give him 150. I guess it didn't happen. I don't know, man. I just feel like it could have both been handled a different way. I don't know if they tried to reach out. It could have been handled. Rod Wave obviously didn't think Boosie would care to the extent he cares. I guess he did. I don't think he would care if Rod Wave wasn't Rod Wave. When Rod Wave made or used Boosie's content, was he Rod Wave that he is today? Was he the Rod Wave that he is today is my question. I don't remember. I don't know, because Rod Wave so quiet and to himself. Like I honestly don't even know how long Rod Wave been out. Like he's so quiet. Like I don't even know. I'm assuming it's at least, Rod Wave had to be out for at least, I don't know, damn near. No, let me check, man. Cause I don't. That's a real head scratcher, man. Cause I don't know, when did Rod Wave drop his first album? And again, I don't think Boosie would be, if that was Joe Schmo, I honestly don't think Boosie would care. I really don't. Do y'all believe Boosie would care? If that was anybody, if it wasn't a mainstream artist, is the question. I mean, Rod Wave I guess this whole thing started when Rod Wave went on Club Shay Shay, and I guess Shannon mentioned it, the situation with Boosie, and Boosie got wind of it, and so Wave dropped his first album 2019. So yeah, in my mind I was kind of close. Few years, dang, 2019. So yeah, Rod Wave for him to only been in the game for this short duration, he's achieved a lot. When you think about it, man, he wasn't in like a special clique or had the co-sign of like Dre or somebody famous. So that's a pretty hefty come up, man, considering where he came from. I wonder how many samples of Boosie has Rod Wave used. Is Boosie being dramatic, or does Boosie have he has an argument? Because Boosie went crazy. Boosie did 2 videos just straight up disrespecting the dude. It's like Boosie really. Rod Wave's response didn't sound like he had any kind of animosity or vitriol toward Boosie, really. If you listen to Boosie's response to the video and Rod Wave, it's like a night and day difference. I don't know. Boosie went crazy, man. I don't know. It's sad, man. I'm trying to figure out what exactly Boosie said. He said Chat GBT said Rod Wave has used, I forgot who he said. I don't know, it was like 30 cents. I don't know, it was crazy, man. I don't know. Yeah, Boosie said he claims like 30 songs or something like that. So he stole parts from like 30 songs. I don't know, man. It's crazy. It would have been better if the money would have exchanged hands, and then everybody would have been, Boosie would have been happy, and Rod Wave would have been. I don't think 100,000 or 150,000 is gonna hurt Rod Wave at all. I mean, the amount of money this dude makes on tours and stuff that's Rod Wave probably make that in his sleep. I mean, this dude tours are like, this man tours are sold out. So I don't know, man. Hopefully they can come to some resolution, man. It says Rod Wave has amassed nearly $100 million in career tour grosses since 2019, consistently ranking as one of hip-hop's top live performers. As of late 2025, his last lap tour and the Redemption Experience pulled in $21.6 million across just 11 reported shows. Rod Wave shifted from making $500 per show early in his career to pulling in $2 million per concert during the Redemption Experience tour. Damn, that is crazy. That is crazy. I guess Rod Wave has founded his own promotion company, Mainstay Touring. Mainstay actually booked and promoted Kanye West's massive record-breaking SoFi Stadium shows. He grossed nearly roughly $33 million over 2 nights. Dang. So yeah, Rod Wave is thinking on a mogul level. So the 150 or the 100K, yeah, I don't think it'll break him at all. But I at this point, it's not happening because he said he's not going to be extorted, and Boosie was threatening to sue him. So that situation looks bleak. It doesn't look like it's going to end well. It's not going to be resolved anytime soon unless somebody can mediate it. Honestly, I wish this Rod would just, even though he doesn't technically owe him, I think he should have reached out to him and just like, yo, I respect your movement. I respect you as an artist. I respect you as a person. I grew up listening to you. I wanted to be like you when I was younger. Do you mind if I sample some of your music? I think that would have been respectable and cool of Rod to do. Technically, he didn't have to, knowing that Boosie didn't own the music. Somebody else did. They signed off on Rod Wave using it. But I think he should have at least reached out to him and said, yo, I'm going to use your music. But at the same token, he offered him $100K. And Boosie, I believe, didn't want it. He wanted more. So I don't know, man. Crazy day in hip-hop. Rod Wave is about to drop his latest album. Boosie called him a sad man, and kids are unalive. I think which is a bunch of crap. I've listened to a bunch of Rod Wave music, and I've never in life, as an adult, and I don't even think a kid listen. I just don't think it's a ton of kids listening to Rod Wave music, and they're thinking about doing harm to themselves. Me personally, I don't see it. I don't get that from his music. I just get relationship turmoil, drama. I'm just sharing that on through music. How true the music is from his own personal experience, I don't know, but either way, it's awesome music. The talent is undeniable. The guy is just, for him not to have the mainstream push exposure like a lot of other artists you see out there in the public, and for him to do what he does is absolutely amazing. I think he signed to, Alamo Records or something like that. I don't know. I mean, for him to get to this level in his career, he's not on, I don't believe he's ever been on like a huge record label. Maybe he is now, I'm not sure. I mean, the guy is a superstar. I mean, he's a quiet superstar, basically. If Rod Wave was more lively and out in the open and extroverted, he probably would be bigger than Drake, man, as far as his music. I mean, that dude, people love that dude, man. Like, a lot of people love Rod Wave, man. A lot of people. You know, I think he's starting to be a little more open and communicative to people. He's starting to go more the promotion route. I guess he's distributed. They're under Sony. So supposedly this might be his last album on Alamo. So I don't know, man. Rod Wave, his next deal is going to be crazy. If this is his last project on Alamo, the guy's going to be his next deal. I don't know if he's probably going to Empire, distribution route. I don't know, partnership with somebody. The dude is going to be rich as shit. He already rich, but I mean, his career path is just unbelievable. Unbelievable, man. I mean, the dude fan base is just amazing considering he's so quiet behind the scenes. He doesn't really market himself that way. But let me know what you guys think about this Boosie versus Rod Wave, man. Like, share, and subscribe. Peace.